Okay guys, welcome back to Chaos. Today, I bought a Jag for cheap on Marketplace. Let's see exactly what's wrong with it. Let's get into it. The cheap Jag. Let's get into it. So I know it's gonna need a lot. I need to clean it up. The seat's got a tear in it. It's not the most beautiful car, but the rest of it's in good shape. The door panels are in good shape. The dash, the steering wheel, it's in pretty darn good shape, really. I don't know the mileage. It's got all factory stuff. Even the headliner's in good condition. That's kind of weird. It does have a crack on the windshield I noticed yesterday, but that's not a big deal because that's legal in Georgia. Let's go in the back. The seats are all pulled out because they were changing the fuel pump underneath here. I don't know why they took the back seat out, but I don't know. I'm gonna tear into it and find out. He said it did come with a new mirror because they broke the mirror on the passenger side, but these door panels are in really good shape. Right there is worth the money I paid. Just the paneling. And the tires have pretty good meat on them. It's got aftermarket rotors in the back. The fronts are still originals, but this thing is filthy, so I need to clean it up. It's been parked for about 3 years. So at least since they've updated the plate, so it might have been sitting longer than that. So it does have dual exhaust. I don't know if it's a faux dual. Let's find out. I'm curious now. Pipe going that way, pipe going that way. Wow, it's a true dual exhaust. That's kind of cool. I did not know. I don't know why it has a dual exhaust, but that's kind of cool. But I think it's only a V6. It does have some damage right here. I bought this at night. You're not supposed to do that. But I did have a bunch of the family came with to get it, so there were like 4 of us. And it did have this scrape I did not notice. Going all the way down back, and it's got a dent right there. But that's an easy fix for somebody that knows body work. Could probably work that out. But like I said, it's in pretty good shape. I wonder if there's any gems in here, you know? Probably like scrounging through the glove compartments. There's a remote, but no. Oh, it's for lights. But maybe lighting in here somewhere. Maybe you have some dope underglow. That'd be cool. But let's go back here. This is where the fuel pump's at, apparently. I didn't even know this. You can access the fuel pump right here. He said there's the fuel pump, but they did replace it. So, I don't know. We can dig into it and try to figure out what's wrong with it. I might take the fuel pump out, test it separate, see if it's working. It might just be like a fuse or something. I'll have to look into that. But first, I'm gonna start with getting it cleaned up. It is filthy. Because I don't like working on really dirty cars. I even cleaned that before I worked on it. But the tires don't look too terrible. They got some dry rot, but they're good enough for test drives if we can get it running. Let's pop the hood. I'll show you what's underneath the hood. And on these Jaguars, the hood lever is actually right here. I did not know that when I first opened this thing. So the hydraulics don't hold this open. So, looks like a V6 to me. You got 1, 2, 3 coils on that side. Looks like 3 coils on this side. It's not the power plant I was hoping for, but hey. It is what it is. For the price, I still bought it. Alright, let's try and hold the hood up while doing this. Let's go ahead and take a look at the oil. Do the basic checks before you mess with firing an engine. It's right at the bottom dot, so we're good. Probably use a change, but it's been changed, so that's a good sign. And I'm not sure if we can check transmission fluid on this car. Some cars you can't. I'll figure that out later. I'm not seeing a dipstick for tranny fluid. Check the antifreeze. Well, I see some green. That's a good sign. Alright, so I'll say that's good enough for a test fire. Alright, now the real question, we gotta figure out where the battery's at. I'm guessing it's in the back. Like every fancy car, the batteries are all the way in the back. I'm guessing it goes back there somewhere, which the trunk does not open. So I have to climb through here and open it. That's nothing I have to figure out. How to open the trunk. I'm gonna take these panels out real quick and climb back there. Yep, it's dark and spooky in here. Alright, there we go. Okay, so we are now in the trunk. I just crawled through. I barely fit underneath the seat area. So that's where the battery goes. Now, he said there's an issue with this. All I see is the light stuck here. What the? Ford? I thought we were working on a Jag. What the heck? What a ripoff. I want a refund. There's a little lever right there. Oh, freedom! Uh-oh. How am I gonna get out of here? Okay, time to get out. So like an idiot, I'm pulling the fuel pump out. And that gas does not smell fresh. I always thought you had to put premium in these, but maybe not. So I've unhooked this black hose from this little T right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and unhook it and pull this fuel pump out, and I notice that line's cracked. I don't know what it goes to, but we're gonna need to figure that out. Got the battery hooked up. It's dinging right now. Probably because the doors are open. Let's see, this thing's gonna fire up. Got power. I don't see it firing up because I have no fuel pump. It's cranking. Well, the engine sounds good. It actually cranks. That's a good sign. That makes me kind of happy hearing the engine actually crank. That's a Jaguar key. Those things are like $1,000. It's insane. From the dealership. You can probably get them made cheaper somewhere else, but a lot of mechanics know people that get them made a lot cheaper. But the first Jag I had, it was an X-Type, and it was going to cost me $1,000. I sold it. I didn't want to deal with it. This one, City, he had a key, title, all this stuff. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get it. Give Jags a second chance, you know? See what I can do with it. All right, so now since I know it's making cranky noises, I'm gonna go back here, disconnect the battery, hook up the new fuel pump, new fuel pump, and keep it out of that fucking bad gas. That gas smells horrible up there, by the way. Come on, terminal. There we go. Terminal's unhooked, so that's good. So let's go up here, plug in this here fuel pump. First, let's look at these side by side, make sure they're actually the same. So we got that one, and we got that one. This one has the level gauge. I don't think that one has a level gauge on it. Yeah, so he installed it without a fucking fuel level gauge. That would have sucked. And this yellow line right here is so brittle it's crumbling. So I need to replace that. I think it's just a vacuum line. But still, if you look at this, it's not going anything because it's broken. So right now my main test is to see if this fuel pump's working. This one, the original cylinder, it looks like they snapped the end off. So if I have to, I can always swap this top over to this one. I don't see why I couldn't do that, to be honest. They look close to the same. Yeah, I could probably swap that over. But first, let's plug it in and see if we can hear this thing run. Not the car run, but the pump. See if the pump's gonna kick. They said this was a used pump. From my experience, never buy a used fuel pump, because the reason why they go bad is because the car is sitting for too long. It sat for a while in its life, and that's usually what causes them to go bad. I'm just gonna plug this bad boy in. And let's go hook up the battery and see if we can hear that thing kick on. Diddly-doo. It's about to explode. That beep, 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 beep. Okay, I'm in. Let's send. All right. Oh, we're making fuel pump noises back there. You hear that? Listen to that. All right, so let's go plug in the old fuel pump and see what it does. That's a really good sign. So that means it's just a fuel pump issue, not wiring or anything. So that means this is something I can fix without computers or any of that. Because now I was going to have Jordan help hook up and read codes. I can tell you right now, that gas is not going to fire an engine. That shit stinks. Look at it, it's so yellow. So I need to pump that out of there. And yeah, there are lights, I think. There's a lot of wiring. Let's plug in this fuel pump. See what the original fuel pump is now plugged in. Got the original fuel pump plugged in. Let's turn the key on, see what it does. Yeah. Nada. Okay, so that fuel pump's definitely dead. So that is our main issue. Alright, so let's go ahead and tear into it. Okay, so we've pretty much diagnosed the issue. Sketchy mechanic. So this is why you gotta watch who you have work on your cars. So what he told me, he had a guy buy a used fuel pump, put it in there, and then he took the battery to charge it or something, and never came back with the battery. So either the mechanic didn't think it was going to fix it, which obviously it is going to fix it. I just got to go through this stuff, make sure it's all good. I don't see a fuel level gauge on this one, so I got to move this piece to this pump before I install it, which he should have done. And I've got to replace a few parts. I got to move a few parts from this to this. I've got to repair this rubber stuff here, not rubber, plastic, which I'll probably just replace it with rubber, vacuum lines, and get that done. And drop it back in and hook up the fuel system, and we should be good to go. Hopefully this will fire up and run. And it might be a good car. But right now I have to run and do something. So when I come back, we'll clean her up. Possibly hear her running and driving. That'd be kind of cool. All right, let's get back to it. Okay, so I just installed the fuel pump. I put new lines in there because the old ones were crumbling. So I think I plumbed it correctly. I've got it hooked up. It needs the clamp for here, so it may blow that off. We will find out. So right now I'm gonna put some gas in it. There's another way you can tell it's been sitting a while. Look at those spider webs. Gross. Let that clean out of there, don't want it going in the tank. I'm gonna throw some gas in it and see what fires up. Let's do it. Got a new battery in it. Not happy. It's got gunky. And it just drops. Why does it just drop like that? So I don't. And hear the fuel pump running. Backfire. It might not be the right fuel pump for it. Let's go look underneath the hood. See if the AC turns on. You know the priorities in life. Oh, she's running like a turd. Running though, so that's, I managed to get it running within a couple hours. So let's go. Don't die, don't die, don't die. It's gonna die right when I get around here. It never fails. Oh, it's running like doo-doo, but it is running. Let's pull up in the driveway and take a look at it. Hear that fuel pump working. I don't think that's the right fuel pump for it. Is it gonna drive? Not very well. It is driving. Okay, so the car's running. I'm gonna give it a quick bath. I'm right now hooking up the pressure washer. And I think really all that's wrong with it is the fuel pump, to be honest. I think that's the correct fuel pump. It's probably for either a smaller engine or a larger engine, which isn't gonna work for this. But it's running. Fire it up for you. Maybe. Okay. Oh, it's on park. There we go. There we go. But it fires right up and runs. Radio works. You can hear that. And AC works. Stinks of gasoline right now in here. Turn it down. You can't feel it, but it's ice cold. But I'm worried that fuel line's about to blow again, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off and get it cleaned up. Jaguar, rawr. And it does not have the hood ornament. I did clean the windshield off. You can really see that crack now. Looks like something hit right there. Not bad. It's missing the hood ornament, so I have an idea for this. But this car I'm planning on reselling. That's the plan. I have a clean title, ready to resell. So, but I like it. I'm kind of liking it. I'm more of might sell something else to keep this. So fuel pump. I'll get online, order a new fuel pump for it, replace it. That should hopefully fix all of its issues. And yeah. Sweet. So let's get started on cleaning it up, making it look better. No, it doesn't make the yard look bad. Yeah, I just said that. All right, let's do it. And driving, Jordan's driving it. I'm holding the fuel line in place because it needs a clip. But hey, it's a test drive, you know?
It'll be fine.
What do you think of this luxury sedan that's backfiring?
Backfiring? It's not going much over 1,500 RPM. 1,000 actually. No.
Try fiddling with the throttle, like tap the throttle. Well, maybe it wants to. There ain't much fuel in it, so we want to get back towards the house.
Yeah.
I put very little. Dude, gentle. It's running, kinda.
What kind of fuel did you put in it?
Cheapo shit.
That could be why it's running like this.
Yeah.
It's a luxury car. Sometimes they.
I think it takes premium. I think it takes premium.
It might be why it's running like this.
It could be. Well, drain the tank tomorrow and try it. I had like an hour, okay. I worked on this thing for like an hour and got it running.
Come on, baby. You got this. Here we go. I am disappointed in it. It's a V6.
It is a V6, but
Jaguar S-Type.
it's going to be fuel efficient.
I don't care about fuel efficiency. I care about power.
That helps a lot if I want to resell it. So I'm thinking about reselling this one.
True. If it was a V12, I wouldn't want it.
Yeah, this is a V12. Maybe a V8, I probably would have kept it.
Down here,
It doesn't matter. Pull up there.
Yep.
Because you're already over here. Alright. That was fun.
It's only go bumps in it.
No, it's a luxury sedan, sir. It's beautiful. Bumpy bump bump. Oh, jeez, don't hit that. This Jag, it did not have the hood ornament. So, I went to the garage and put this hood ornament on it. Tell me that's not awesome. But that is going to add another couple $100.